just woke up and I want to share with you guys kind of the steps that I do on a daily basis to have a productive morning. There's nothing worse than when you have too many lazy mornings and you're like, you know what, I can be getting things done. So I feel like I've kind of got a good routine in place now where I'm efficient and I'm getting work done and you know, I'm just setting myself up for a good day. So I want to share with you guys the things that I do to make sure that happens. Now my first tip that I wanted to share is wake up when you say you're gonna wake up. Now I know it can seem so easy just to, you know, snooze for another 5 minutes, but for me, if I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna wake up at 7 o'clock today, as soon as my alarm goes off, I sit up in bed, turn off my alarm, and get out of bed, which I know seems kind of crazy, but honestly, getting up out of bed is the hardest part. So if you just, you know, force yourself to do it as soon as you wake up, that's the best thing. Now, one thing about waking up early is you should still be getting a full night's sleep. Like, I wouldn't recommend, you know, oh, I'm gonna wake up at 6 a.m., but I'm gonna go to bed at 1 a.m. Like, obviously that's not gonna be healthy. So if you are planning on waking up earlier to start your day a bit more promptly, make sure that you're accounting for that and going to bed a bit earlier, or later, earlier. And honestly, I find it really only takes a few days of waking up a bit earlier for your body to adjust, and naturally you will start to get tired a bit earlier in the night, because I used to be someone that could like stay up to like 3 a.m. on my phone just doing whatever. But now that I find that I am kind of waking up around the same time, I do tend to get tired around like 10:30, 11, and I start to wind down around then instead. But you know, you do you, listen to your body. There's nothing I hate more when people are like, you must wake up at 5 a.m. each day. And it's like, if you have a job that makes you stay out later, like I don't think it's healthy to not be getting a full night's sleep. So adjust those hours to make sure that you still have like, you know, 8 hours of sleep or 7.5 or whatever you need. Just kind of adjust that window to something that suits you. So I'm kind of breaking my rule right now because I'm sitting in my bed. So we're gonna get out of bed and then move on to tip number 2. Oh, a little mini tip is I used to never sleep with my blinds closed, and I just kind of let the city lights illuminate me. I'm pretty sure it's a proven fact that you do not get the same quality of sleep if you're not sleeping in a dark room. So put your blinds down. Tip number 2. The next thing that I do pretty much every morning without fail is I sit on this couch and I do my gratefulness journal, which sounds like a little hippy dippy and like whatever, but honestly I do find just putting a bit of thought into what you are grateful for and having that bit of mindfulness is actually so impactful on my day. And I tend to be a fairly positive person overall, but I really think investing time into actions like doing a mindfulness or gratefulness journal is really helpful at kind of setting up your mindset for the day. So I like to do my gratefulness journal basically as soon as I wake up, and then I always kind of allow myself to kind of sit on my phone and catch up, or even like lounge on the couch. But as long as I'm not in bed and I don't have an opportunity to cuddle back up and fall back asleep, I find that is, you know, very important. Let's write down some things we're grateful for. You know, they're not lying when they say the 5-minute journal. It literally takes 5 minutes in the morning, and you don't even need to like buy this journal. You can just like, you know, download the questions online and do them each morning on your phone or write them out on a piece of paper. But yeah, I really just think it's like a whole mindset thing when you kind of set your intention to focus on gratitude. It just, you know, it can't hurt your day. So now that I've done that, this is when I allow myself to just kind of veg out on my phone, catch up, read Twitter, see what's going on in the news. You guys also know I am obsessed with my Camelback. I actually probably should get a new one. I've had this for like probably 5 years. I just will sit here and sip on this. I don't necessarily drink a full liter in the morning. I just kind of drink until I feel like I can't drink any more water. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and go on my phone. I do really think it's important to kind of know yourself and know how you work best. So what I mean by that is I know I actually prefer slow mornings. Like I like taking a few hours to kind of get my day started, get ready, make breakfast, and I'm fine at night to have like a quick unwind and go to bed. Whereas I know some people like the reverse. Some people like a few hours at night to kind of unwind and prepare for bedtime. But they like to kind of get started in the day and start right away with work or whatever, hop in the shower. I like more of a chill morning. Like I enjoy eating breakfast, and I just find having an hour or 2 in the morning is just enjoyable. So that's what I like to do, but obviously figure out what you prefer. If you like a quick little morning and you don't want to waste any time, you want to get going, do that. Anyways, back to rotting my brain and just scrolling on Instagram. I'm kidding, I love Instagram. Okay, enough of that. Let's go to my favorite part of my morning routine. Let's make some breakfast. And there we go. That is breakfast. I think I am just in general like a breakfast enthusiast. I just love breakfast so much. It is like one of my favorite meals. And I don't know, a lot of my friends are like, oh, I can skip breakfast, I don't need it. I truly need my breakfast to function. Like, how can I say no to a peanut butter toast? Also, don't forget about your daily vitamins. I always take vitamin B12. Sometimes I'll take a little enzyme, a little probiotic, but vitamin B12 is non-negotiable. I take it every day. So the next thing I want to do is actually properly kind of map out my day. So I'm going to write down a to-do list, go over my emails, and then I'll hop in the shower and then get ready. My morning is really just like a lot of like preparing for the day. So I'm just going to skim my emails and map out what I have to do today. Okay, so I feel like my day is pretty much mapped out. I have my to-do list, and now it's time to actually start doing. So now that I'm feeling pretty good about what's going on today, it's time for me to hop in the shower, kind of get ready. And I don't necessarily get like full glam every day, but I do think there's something to be said, even if I am working from home, just kind of like showering, getting out of my PJs and putting on real clothes and being a real human. Because if I stay in my PJs all day and I don't kind of get ready, you kind of just fall into more of a lazy mindset, and I'm like less likely to go out and get things done. So as silly as it seems and as unnecessary as it may seem, especially if you are working from home, I do always think it's really important to just like have a shower and get ready right at the beginning of the day. I am out of the shower, feeling nice and hygienic, which is good. Now I am gonna do a little bit of a beauty routine. Now I don't necessarily think that everyone should like do makeup every day, but having some sort of a like hygiene or beauty routine, whether it be a skincare routine, putting on just like your daily SPF, or doing your moisturizer, or putting on a little bit of makeup, whatever like a morning beauty routine is for you. I do think that is important to kind of set yourself up for the day, and just like feel like you are ready to tackle the day. But I will tailor this depending on the day. Some days I just do a little bit of sunscreen and that's enough for me. Other days I do like full glam, and some days like today I do in between. Now I know for me, another part of feeling finished and like just done kind of getting ready is putting on my earrings and a bit of jewelry. Again, doesn't have to be anything crazy, but I'm just like, I'm ready now. Okay, and now my final step in my productive morning routine is always fragrance. Now this section of the video, I'm so excited to announce that it is sponsored by Azara Wanted Girl. They have their new fragrance here, which is so beautiful. Look at this bottle. There's actually two different ways you can spray it. You can spray it the top there, or there's like the little lever in there, you can spray it like that. But this is the final step always to getting ready. There really is just something to be said for feeling put together and feeling finished, and for me that always has to end with a little bit of fragrance. I think fragrance is so important. You guys know I'm obsessed with fragrance, and I think not only is it so powerful at like evoking certain emotions and memories, but it really can kind of enhance your mood. You can also decide on your fragrance based on your mood, whether you want to feel sexy or you're feeling like romantic or inspired, or for me, I'm feeling confident right now. So my fragrance kind of always goes along with that. So I'm gonna spray a little bit of this. There. I'm gonna need to put you down for a second so I can spray my wrist. And then I always go like this. I heard someone say once that you're not supposed to rub, you're supposed to kind of like blot the fragrance because it diffuses the fragrance better and doesn't break it up. I don't know if that's true or not, but I always pat. Now this fragrance in particular is not only the most stunning little golden bottle, but it's also a very Jaclyn fragrance because it is a mix of floral and sweet, which is my two favorite things. It's definitely very feminine, and it definitely makes you feel very girly, but there is a bit of sweetness inside. Some of the notes in this fragrance are dulce de leche, which I never know if I'm saying right, but I just imagine that as this beautiful rich caramel, so it adds a bit of that sweetness. and makes it feel very cozy. There's also vertebrae inside and ginger flower, which keeps it a bit more floral. But the mix of it all together is so, so lovely. And I feel like everyone says this, but I find fragrance can really wear and smell different on different people. And I just absolutely love the way that this fragrance smells on me. So very excited to have this as the final step of my day. If you are looking for a new perfume, a Zara Wanted Girl is definitely worth checking out because it leaves me feeling ready to tackle on my day. Honestly, and fragrance too is so uplifting, especially if you're having an early morning like I did today. It just makes me feel like I'm ready to take on the day. So I hope this video helped you guys out. I hope you are feeling inspired to have a productive and efficient morning, and hopefully can take some of these tips onto your day. Now I have a bunch of work to get to and a few errands I have to run, but luckily, thanks to this early morning routine, I'm ready to go. Thanks guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!